Hi everyone, so I'm going to try something a little bit different today. As you can see, I'm out and about and I've had this idea for a long time that I'd like to have a mobile studio, somewhere I could just tootle along, pull up at the side of the road, have all my kit and literally just paint out the back of it. And so hence this old vehicle I'm sitting in. So I'm going to give it a go. It's a bit of a new thing. It's an idea I've just had for ages and ages, and if it's good then it's brilliant. If it doesn't work, I'll just forget it, but I don't see why not. I've got a lot of lanes, country lanes, really nice views that you can get just by pulling up at the side of the road near where I live. And so I just think it could be really good just to have somewhere where I've just got all my kit sitting in the back of the car. Sorry, if you can hear like a steam train, it's actually my dog. She's having a, she's panting because she's just had a good run. But yeah, so it's just a bit of a crazy idea, and it's just something I've been wanting to do, like I said, just for ages and ages. I used to have an old Land Rover like this 20 odd years ago, and I never really used it for that. It was just a bit of fun. But ever since I got rid of that, because you know, life priorities changed, I've just been thinking about doing it, and now I thought, well, why not? You know, why not just give it a go? And I thought it'd be a bit of fun for you guys watching on YouTube. So the idea is that I just chuck all my painting kit and the dog in the back of the car, drive around, find a nice view, either sit in the back of the car if it's chucking with rain, or maybe just paint out the back of it. And it doesn't really matter if I get a bit of paint on it, because it's it's an old scruffy old car, and it's you know, a little bit of paint to just add to the natural patina. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Going to set up here. I think I'm just going to set up on the back here. I've got a really nice view over this way, so let's see what happens. Okay, so I've just got myself set up in the back of the car here. So I've got my paper here, and I've got a box with all my paints in, but I think I'm probably going to empty this out because the back of the car is a little bit low, and I think I might hurt my back if I'm kind of leaning over on right down here. So I think I'll use this box to bring the paper up. So I'll probably just tip all the stuff out that's in here, and all that I've got in here, this is just a pad of mixed media paper that I bought in, I think it was when I was away in America actually. I think I got that in Michael's in America somewhere when I was away last year. So yeah, I just thought I'd use that. I usually paint on A2, kind of bigger paper than this. I thought just for a bit of an experiment, just to see how it goes painting out the back of the car, I thought I'd just bring this slightly smaller pad. What is it? It's 11 by 14 inches, so it's kind of A3 size, £140. Yeah, mixed media paper, so it's yeah, it's pretty thick. It's got a little bit of a surface to it, but it's not too bad, so that'll be all right to work on. Yeah, and just in my sketching box, I've got some white acrylic in this tub. It's in a salsa tub, but it's just white acrylic. I like to decant it in case I dip my brushes in it and make a mess of it, so I haven't got I don't ruin my main tub of it. That's just a tin for some water. Got some drawing tools, just pencils, pastels, charcoal, that kind of thing. Some soft pastels, some oil pastels. So just a few things to draw with, and just some acrylic paints, just a few acrylic paints, painting knife, and a couple of scruffy brushes. That should be good. And I just realised I've forgotten to put my tarp down, so I don't, you know, although I'm not that precious about the back of the car, there's no point in making an absolute mess if I don't have to. So I'll switch it out, put my tarp down, and then do a bit of painting. Yeah, so I'll put my painty tarp down so that I don't make too much of a mess. I'm not planning to chuck the paint around too badly today. Like I said, I'm not precious about the back of the car particularly, although I am planning to do some work on it and change it quite dramatically. So once I've put fresh coats of paint on the car and made it all nice on the inside, I might be slightly more precious about it. So I'll start by keeping the tarp down and start as I mean to go forward. I'm just looking out over to my left. I can see through the windows and I can see out the side of the car, so that's absolutely fine. I've got this idea that I might take the roof off this car, so it'll make it a little bit more open. If I took the roof off and put a canvas roof on, that was my original idea, is to put a canvas roof on it, so that when I'm out painting, I can sit in the back and no matter what the weather, and I could roll the side up. You can just sort of roll it up like a tent.
Well, I think that'll probably do for that first one. I think it's worked out pretty well. It's working in the back of the car. It's pretty comfortable. I think next time I come out, I'll have something a bit higher to work on, so I'm not bending over quite so much. But apart from that, it's yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
So yeah, I think that worked out pretty well. Working out the back of the car, it was certainly a lot of fun. I really like painting standing up. I'd much prefer painting standing up to sitting down. I don't like to get too comfortable sitting down because it's all a bit passive. Because as you know, I like to get quite physical with the paint, kind of push it around and throw stuff on there. So I was putting bits of collage on. I was using acrylic paint and oil pastels and soft pastels, and just playing with all sorts of different types of materials. And you know, I don't like to think about the composition. I'm not looking for compositions. I'm not looking for a finished painting while I'm outside. I decided many years ago that I get my most interesting work, my most creative work, when I don't try and finish paintings outside, because I did a huge amount of painting outside where I was doing start to finish paintings, and I really like those paintings, but I find I can be more creative and I have much more fun. I enjoy it a lot more. I enjoy painting a lot more if I'm not trying to finish something while I'm outside. So while I'm doing this kind of work, I just want to get something down, just react to what's there, put something down on the paper that I can look at later on, and you know, do the cropping and collaging and all that kind of work that I like to do. I just find that so much more an enjoyable process and a more creative process, and I find that those are the most interesting pieces of work for me, that you know, I enjoy them the most and I get the results that I enjoy the most by working like that. It's not the same for everybody. If you want to go out, do start to finish paintings outside, absolutely, take a canvas and an easel, go for it. I'm not criticising anything. I'm not saying it's the right way or the wrong way to do it. It's just, for me, I find it the most creative way and I enjoy it the most. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that. Going to be having some adventures, I hope, in the old Land Rover. So yeah, and as it goes on, I'm going to be adapting this thing to maybe just work a bit better for what I want it for. So I'll see how it goes. Okay, I'll see you soon.